Good afternoon, I'm Ren Wadsworth and this is your non-stop local news update. After a deadly shooting late Sunday night, Billings police say their detectives were working for 17 hours to process a crime scene that spanned at least 2 blocks along 2nd Avenue South. Police say they were initially called to the 4000 block of 2nd Avenue South for a shooting, and when they arrived on scene, they found one man dead and several witnesses. A search of the surrounding area led them to another man at an address on Hallowell Lane who had suffered a gunshot wound but was able to be treated by emergency responders at the scene. The man who was killed and the man who was shot and injured were part of a group of 3 people who were seen approaching another person in the area. Police say one of these 4 individuals pulled out and fired a weapon. The person who witnessed the group walking through the area believed there was an active assault taking place, so they got their own gun and went to intervene. When that person approached the group, bullets were exchanged. In that exchange, from the initial group of 3, 1 man was killed, 1 injured, and the 3rd ran away and has not been located yet. Police say both weapons involved in the incident have been recovered and all witnesses are accounted for. At this time, no arrests have been made, but detectives continue investigating the incident. We will continue to follow any developments in this story. New information tonight as the Carbon County Sheriff's Office finally identifies partial human remains found back south of Red Lodge in the summer of 2004. They believe those remains belong to a man who was hitchhiking from Wisconsin, killed in the late 70s. With assistance from several local and federal agencies, the Carbon County Sheriff's Office investigated a new investigation this year to leverage new developments in DNA science. That investigation resulted in the identification of the remains as those of Roger Lee Ellis, born in Wisconsin Rapids in 1954. Further investigation found that in 1976, Ellis was facing legal issues related to an arrest for marijuana possession. He told his family he didn't want to go to jail, that he was going to head west, and that was the last they heard from him. The sheriff believes Ellis was hitchhiking when he left Wisconsin in December of 1976 and was killed by a person he was traveling with. The Carbon County Sheriff is now launching a cold case homicide investigation to identify the perpetrator or perpetrators. They are working with detectives in Wisconsin to find more information about Ellis and any friends and associates, as well as identify other similar cases in that region during that time frame. That may help identify those responsible for ending his life. Anyone with information related to the case is asked to contact Detective Mahoney with the Carbon County Sheriff at the number on your screen. Multiple respiratory viruses are circulating at high levels nationwide. 33 states and counting are experiencing high or very high respiratory virus activity, and seasonal flu activity is still elevated across the country. A week and a half ago, 9.4% of deaths nationwide were due to pneumonia, influenza, or COVID-19. That's well above the seasonal baseline of about 6%. Flu and RSV, another respiratory virus that especially affects children, have hit harder and earlier than usual this year. According to the CDC, just 12% of eligible people in the U.S. have gotten their updated COVID-19 boosters. Flu shots are lagging too, with millions fewer vaccinating at this point in the season than in the past 2 years. And there are no vaccines for RSV as of yet. That's all for now. We'll have more news updates for you as the day goes on, so make sure to check back in for more. I'm Ren Wadsworth. Thanks for tuning into your non-stop local news.